Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new era in motorsports, the Clemhawks Cup Series Season number 1. 13 drivers will compete for a chance to become the series' first ever winner, and many more drivers will be added in the following races. Today we are not just starting a race, we are starting a legacy, and we kick off the season with the historic Daytona 500 here in Daytona Beach, Florida. I could not be more excited to get this one started. This season will consist of 7 regular season races, 3 playoff races, and that will all lead up to the championship showdown in the desert. It's win and you're in, and the top 12 at the end of 7 weeks will advance to the playoffs. Well, let's take a look at some drivers to watch today. On the pole, number 99, Daniel Suarez, the first ever pole sitter here in the Clemhawks Cup Series. He's going to be starting up front, his teammate starting 4th with Ross Chastain. Those cars with Trackhouse going to be fast today. Another driver to watch, the number 84 of Jimmie Johnson, a legend in the Cup Series. He will be in the Clemhawks Cup Series full-time this year, starting middle of the pack. We'll see if he can work his way up to the front. And finally, rounding out the field, he is the only rookie in the series so far. It's the number 54 of Ty Gibbs. He's starting out back today. He's going to have a lot of work to do, but we'll see if he can get it done. Well, it's 10 races, 1 winner. Let's send it down to the track and get this race started.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports.
All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
The engines have fired, and what a beautiful sound that is. We are ready to go here at Daytona. The cars will roll off. Let's get your starting lineup. The number 99 of Daniel Suarez will start on pole, and to his outside, the 24 of William Byron. Hendrick starting 2-3 with Chase Elliott on the inside of row 2, and as we mentioned, Trackhouse is going to be fast, Ross Chastain starting 4th. The number 19 of Martin Truex Jr. is on the inside of row 3, and to his outside, the 84 of Jimmie Johnson. On row 4, we have 2 former Penske teammates, the number 6 of Brad Keselowski, and the guy who's still at Penske, the 22 of Joey Logano. Speaking of Penske, Ryan Blaney will be on the inside of row 5, to his outside, the 45 of Tyler Reddick. There's Alex Bowman on the inside of row 6, not as good of a start as his other Hendrick teammates, and the 17 of Chris Buescher, then rounding out the field, the 54 of Ty Gibbs. Well, we are ready to go green here at Daytona. Let's go racing. Green flag is out as Daniel Suarez will lead the field to green as they head into turns 1 and 2. Suarez will pull up to block Byron on the outside, and he will go on the inside. So 2 teammates back to back as they lead it down into lap 1. It's Suarez to lead that first lap. Suarez with Chastain on the outside, Byron and Elliott on the inside, already 3 wide action, picking up towards the middle of the field with Blaney, and look on the outside, that 84 of Jimmie Johnson charging to the front as Byron leads lap 2. Byron will pull up to block Suarez. That gives Chase Elliott a run on the inside, but here comes Jimmie Johnson. They're 3 wide at the stripe, and it's Chase Elliott to lead lap 3. That 84 car is fast on that top side. He will pull down in front of Byron, so it's Chase, it's Jimmie coming to lap 5, and Chase Elliott will lead that one pretty quickly as looks like they're going to separate from the rest of the field as there's a caution. Just as the 4 or 5 cars out front were pulling away, we get our first caution of the day. We'll see how it happens here during the replay. And it looks like that 45 car of Tyler Reddick might have just gotten into the back of Joey Logano. And when those cars are going that fast, that close together, there's just nowhere to go. And 4 or 5 cars are going to be wrecked out of this race. That's really unfortunate, as you will see all the cars here that are going to be out of the race. 2 Penske cars that we talked about, Logano and Blaney, they will be in the garage area along with the rest of these guys. Fortunately for the drivers, and in this series, there will be stage breaks. There will not be a caution, but there will be a stage break, and points will be awarded accordingly. So that happens about the midway point of each race. So you will see the points at the end of the race for those drivers who got it. Chase Elliott would in fact be the winner of that stage. But we are ready to go back racing with, it looks like, 4 laps to go. And Chase Elliott alongside Jimmy Johnson will lead them to green as they head into turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Going into turn 3 and 4, they are both even. And at the stripe, it's Chase Elliott, 3 laps to go. Still 2 by 2 by 2. And it looks like Alex Bowman is going to bump Jimmy Johnson out of the way. Where did he come from? He was started way out the back. And will he lead it with 2 to go? Not quite, but gets a big push as they go down into turns 1 and 2. They are side by side down the back. And Chase Elliott gets loose. He saves it, but he will head all the way to the back. And on the white flag, it's Alex Bowman and his teammate Byron on the inside. Bowman pulling down the back. He will block as they head into turns 3 and 4. And coming out of turn 4, Alex Bowman will win the first ever Clemhawks Cup Series race here at Daytona. What a finish that was as we see a replay here. Chase Elliott gets bumped out of the way by his teammate William Byron, and then it's just a drag race into turn 2 and down the backstretch. Alex Bowman blocking the whole way and gets to the stripe first. Congratulations to the number 48 Ally Chevrolet, as Alex Bowman has just locked himself in to the playoffs. What a race, as we will see the finishing results here. That was quite exciting. Alex Bowman with the win locks himself into the playoffs. Jimmy Johnson with a strong run today will finish second. And another Hendrick car who again booted Chase Elliott out of the way. He ends up finishing 8th. Will get a top 3. Then Reddick and Keselowski round out your top 5. Truex, Suarez, and Chase Elliott, the last cars to actually finish, quote unquote, on the lead lap. They actually finished the race. As you can see, the rest of the drivers here that did not finish the race, not a great start to the season. But Alex Bowman has locked himself into the playoffs. He got 5 extra bonus points for winning. As you can see, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, Keselowski, and Chase Elliott will end up 5th in points because he had that 5-point cushion or 5-point grab at the end of stage 1. So he made up some points there on the track, ends with 5th. And then the cars who did not finish the race, as you can see, Logano, Blaney, and the rest of these guys, they did not finish the race. They were deducted 10 points in their finishing standing. 12 make the playoffs. We'll have a bunch more cars joining us for race number 2 at Martinsville. But what a first race in the Clemhawks Cup Series. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more, and we will see you next time.